All right, everyone. So this is just a quick little video I wanted to put out because I don't want to do just podcast episodes on my channel. I don't want my channel just to be episodes of my podcast because the intention for this channel and the kind of stuff I want to put on this channel is variety stuff, which may not be the most organized of types of content to put on here, but oh well, it's my channel. So I decided to do a sort of part 2 to my countries I'd like to visit video because I figured it would be quick, easy, and I've been watching a lot of travel videos lately, so travel is on my mind. Plus, I'm planning to travel to as of yet, I will not reveal location for a vacation in May, but I won't tell you where I am until after I get back so nobody can stalk me or anything. And I plan to do a video on said vacation, complete with some video footage and other things perhaps. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, but so hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and as always, let's get on with the video. All right, everyone, welcome back. So, yes, this is not technically a Friday Night Chats video because this isn't Friday. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, but it's just a video. It's something, okay, that I'm using my OG Audio Technica, and that's because, let's just say, Zoom H1 had an unfortunate accident involving a needle nose plier and a pocket knife. But that's a different story. That's a different story. I thought I'd make something quick, very quick and very easy to do. So, what I thought I would do is do a little continuation of if any of you guys remember the video, my countries I'd like to visit series. If you guys remember that video from way back last year. Okay, maybe it wasn't that long ago last year, but whatever. But I figured I'd do a little continuation of that because I like travel videos, and anything related to the sort. What I think I'll do is just go through some more countries that I think I would visit. I would actually like to visit China. And the only reason I say that's not usual is because I feel like a lot of people don't usually say China. There are some Americans who still red China, China. That was my Donald Trump impression. Do you like it? But I feel like there are people who actually think like that, even still, which is unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? So I'd actually visit China. They have a lot of history, far more history than we do. Matter of fact, they probably have the second most history other than, I don't know, maybe Italy or Greece. I think Greece might be first. I think Greece would have more history than anywhere else. Then probably like Turkey or Italy or anywhere where the Roman Empire was, because those are two of the oldest civilizations. Although I would be slightly afraid of them arresting me just because I'm an American. Because the U.S. and China don't exactly have the best relations right now. Donald Trump's fault. Even though that's not a very descriptive reason why I would visit these countries. I don't do good with very descriptive, okay? I'm not good with going super in depth about what countries I'd visit, okay? Or the United Arab Emirates. Although I've heard in the UAE they arrest Westerners for kissing each other in public. I've actually heard stories of them doing that. And some other horrible things they've arrested Westerners for that weren't their fault, but whatever. So I'd be more afraid of the police arresting me in the UAE than I would be China, because I feel like the UAE is abusing their wealth and the fact that it wasn't just them who built themselves up, to be quite honest. But I'm not going to get into all that. That's politics, and dear God, that'll cause a firestorm. So no. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe if their human rights record improves. I'd rather visit Jordan than the United Arab Emirates. Because I feel like they're less likely to arrest me for some random bullshit, to be very honest with you. I feel like Jordan, the Jordanian officials, would be less likely to arrest me for some stupid random bullshit. I've not really heard of them being the very crazy kind of country, but who knows. As for places in the Middle East, probably just Jordan, the UAE, to be quite honest with you. A lot of the other places are just too damn dangerous to visit. Did I say Japan in my last video on this? But I'll say it again just in case I didn't. And I'd probably visit a lot of countries in Asia. Japan, South Korea. Hell, I'd even visit Vietnam. I don't know about Thailand though. I've heard of Thailand having a lot of terrorist stuff going on and some military juntas. So that'd be a bit frightening. Plus, I've seen the trailer for the movie. What's that one with Owen Wilson? I know what that movie's based off of. I know what real life event that movie's based off of. Thailand had a coup in 2006, I think it was, 2007. And I think that's what this is based off of. I think. So maybe Thailand. I don't know how dangerous Thailand actually is. And I also don't know how dangerous Vietnam is. But both Japan and South Korea don't have very high homicide rates. So those would probably be the main two I'd visit. So there are only two that I'd really visit in South America. And that would be Chile and Uruguay, or Uruguay, however you say it, because I've heard those two are the safest countries down there to visit. They're also the wealthiest, which means they're the most advanced, and you get the idea. When your country is named Country of the Year, you know you must be doing something right. And that'd probably be it, because a lot of those countries down there have high homicide rates as well. I'd be a little weary of walking by myself in somewhere like Argentina. But I feel like I'd be okay in Chile or Uruguay. I feel like it's slightly safer to walk around and stuff. Now to finish this up, I'll finish up with some states that I would visit, as in states in the U.S. So first would be California, and I actually had some relatives visit California. I believe it was last year. I think it was last year, maybe the year before. I think it was last year though. And of course, they said they hated it and all this kind of stuff. Mostly because they said, A, California was too crowded. Specifically, Los Angeles is where I think they visited, which of course it's going to be crowded in Los Angeles. You have 10 million people in a county, LA County. That's very small. That's relatively small. LA County is not that big. It's not that big, to be honest. And 10 million people is a lot of people for an area of that size. But I've heard Orange County, California is even worse because they're even smaller. The people there weren't American, whatever that means. I don't know. Probably some Alabama logic. A bunch of other stuff. But to be honest, I'd visit California, mostly because that's likely where I'll have to move if I get into photography or filmmaking or whatever it may be. That will be one of the places I will likely have to move when I would be able to afford it, though, because California is very expensive, because the real estate in California is very expensive, because the household income in California is very high. And yeah, so I'd only visit California when I knew I had the money to visit California. So number two, I'd also visit Oregon, mostly because that's the home of my people. Yes, I am self-referring to myself as a hipster. If you don't, it's a little in-joke I do with myself, but because I feel like the basic vibe of Portland specifically is, I feel like they have a very laid-back vibe. I feel like I do reasonably well there. I feel like they have a very laid-back vibe. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's what I get from the travel videos I've seen of Portland. Specifically, and I'll shout this out, from an ASMR artist called Goodnight Moon. She did a video, like a little whispered travel video is what I'll call it. And part of it was her visiting Portland. I'll be honest, that was one of the most relaxing travel videos I've ever seen, because the whispering makes it super relaxing and it's very chill and quiet, which I hope would be the actual vibe of Portland, but I don't know. Plus, I actually want to see how hipster Portland actually is. That's why I'd like to visit San Francisco, going back to California. I'd visit San Francisco too, just to see if San Francisco is still as hipstery and or hippie as it used to be. I would say Washington, because both California, Oregon, and Washington get that dank ass weed, man. But Washington State, it's in Washington State, but I've heard it rains a lot in Washington. And I've also heard it rains quite a bit in Oregon as well, because they're Pacific Northwest. But mostly more so in Washington. I've heard it rains a lot. And I've heard the weather is very dreary, so I don't know. I actually would like to go and do stuff instead of being rained on 24/7, which kind of feels like how it was last week here in Alabama, because it rained fucking constantly. But apparently there's a nor'easter somewhere. Apparently there's a nor'easter literally railing the fuck out of the eastern side of the U.S. So that might explain why it's getting so cold outside right now, even in March. So but I'm okay with that. I'd rather be cold than hot, which is strange, but whatever. So I think that'll do it for this video. So if you guys like this video, you guys can thumbs up the video, thumbs down the video. This is very hard to do while holding a microphone, I might add. And comment on the video, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.